Alright, so we now here are live with game between Chain Gankers and Whole Famiry. Whole Famiry, I'm pretty sure, is on the blue team, and Chain Gankers are going to be playing on the blue team. First band coming out of our blue team is going to be the Yasuo band. Yasuo, sort of a common band here from all the games I've casted so far this week and of last week as well. You also see a Udyr band here from Team Whole Famiry. Interesting band there. Udyr could be quite a bit of an issue jungling. A lot of early game killing potential, a lot of very fast clear time, and overall it's just a very solid champion. Could be played top lane also. Very good at pulling out the other top laner, but not much else, can easily get kited. That seems to be his only downfall, however. You see a Thresh band here for Team I'm sorry, Thresh band here for the blue team. Thresh, quite a powerful support. It's arguable that he is currently the best support in the metagame right now just because of how much utility he has. See an Akali band here from the purple team. Akali, great burst damage, very versatile, and is also hybrid, so although it does take into account both armor and MR, building straight, having an enemy build straight one or the other won't really affect Akali that much. See a Cho'Gath band out here from Team Whole Famiry. Cho'Gath is a very, very powerful top laner, can easily bully and out-sustain the pretty much any top laner in the metagame right now. I think probably one of the most undermined top laners as of right now. First pick for our blue team is going to be a Morgana. Morgana right now it seems to be the support of choice for many engaged bot lanes, and let's see if there's going to be an 86 ADC to pair up with that Morgana. As of right now, absolutely no ADCs have been banned from either side. You see Whole Famiry hovering over Lucian. Lucian, a great poke AD carry. But we'll see what they'll lock in just a second. Alright, and we do see the Lucian lock-in, and we just see the Vi lock-in from Team Whole Famiry. We did see a Jungle Vi last game I did cast. Jungle Vi, quite powerful, lots of jungle presence, good clear time, and absolutely amazing ganks. Overall, I'd say Vi is one of the most powerful junglers in the current metagame. You do also see the Lucian pick. Lucian, great poke ADC. Good lane dominance, and has quite a bit of harass overall. Very, very annoying for any ADC that doesn't have equal amounts of poke to be playing against a Lucian. You see what looks to be Jungle Evelynn. Jungle Evelynn is quite notoriously one of the squishiest junglers we see in the metagame right now, but Evelynn could be very devastating. Evelynn does have, of course, that very, very nice invisibility, and Evelynn does provide quite a bit of burst damage and has a decent amount of chasing potential for ganks and such. You also see the Zed lock-in. Zed looks to be the mid laner of this lineup. What Zed can do is Zed can pretty much outright 1v1 duel the other mid laner. That's great at approaching, great at dodging stuff, and most importantly, as although he's melee, he has quite a bit of utility, especially since he has no mana cost to him whatsoever. Sorry about that. We do see what looks to be either a Kassadin or a Vladimir pick here for our for Team Whole Famiry. We also see a Lulu lock-in. Yes, this is going to be the fabled Lucian Lulu poke lane of death down here bought for Team Whole Famiry. As of right now, mid laner still trying to decide what he's going to pick. It could be mid or a top. Vladimir either works, I'd say. Vladimir, quite a powerful top laner in that respect. Nice and defensive. Can be able to sit back, spam his Q, and be able to heal off of all the damage he does using it. It does seem to be that Team Chain Gankers is looking at Caitlyn AD carry. Caitlyn AD carry is similar to Lucian, has great poke, great range, great harass, and just overall has probably some of the most lane presence we see out of any AD carries. You also see a Jax pick, very classic top laner. Jax great at 1v1 dueling. Doesn't have much to say though, that's his only real weakness, but man, does Jax hurt. Jax can absolutely dominate any top laner, I'd say, in the current metagame. Early game is great, late game is great. Overall, a very solid pick for Team Chain Gankers. Coming up here on the last pick of the Team Whole Famiry, you see Rise being pondered by them. Rise, I'd say, will do pretty good against Zed, especially if since Rise has more superior range and is quite known for being quite a tanky mid laner. So yeah, that does look like to be the lineup for both of these teams. We see two top laners for both teams. It appears to be a Jax versus Rise because I'm pretty sure this Lofty is the mid laner of Team Whole Famiry, but I'm not sure. I can check the roster right now, in fact. And yet, where is it? Yeah, Lofty does appear to be the mid laner, so that could be taking the Vladimir mid lane, or if he's not confident enough fighting Zed, he could be just going top and playing this Vladimir top. Did you see a double heal? Not double heal, I'm sorry. One heal each for both bot lanes, and we do see an exhaust on Whole Famiry support and an ignite from the Morgana of Chain Gankers. So Morgana definitely going for more of an engaged style lane, and Whole Family's going for a bit more of a poke lane, bot lane. As of right now, we do see two teleports on either side, so that could be helpful for ganks, split pushing, just getting back to the lane faster, all that stuff. And our interesting decision by Vladimir not to take flash. You usually see Vladimir's take the typical flash ignite, or you'll see Vladimir's go defensive and they'll be taking ghost and flash, or even cleanse if they're playing against someone who has a lot of CC. Vladimir known as being a very defensive top laner, as I said before. I'm going to sit back, sustain. It's probably one of the best sustains out there in League of Legends, especially considering top laners. As for our junglers, we do see bit of an interesting setup here. For Whole Famiry, Vi, very solid all-around jungler, and I'd say Evelynn is more of an all-in jungler. Evelynn is not known for having high sustain or being very tanky in the jungle. She is pretty much there for pure damage. Not really many tanks here to be seen on blue team. Purple team, however, is completely opposite. We do see Vladimir, Vi, and Rise, all three of which are quite tanky if you build them that way. Especially considering that most Jaxes will go Trinity Force first, or Blade of the Ruined King, depending on the situation. This could be quite a squishy team for blue team. Doesn't look like their team fighting is going to be all that good. Their only real team fighting skills are going to be their Evelynn's ult, Morgana ult, and W. Those seem to be the only real team fighting skills, where we, of course, have the Rise ult, Vi ult, Vladimir ult, A and E, and, of course, pretty much everything from Lucian. As for the mid laners, if Vladimir would decide to go to mid, this could be an iffy situation for him, especially because there is Zed. Zed is quite powerful, especially because just of his really good engage and just his ability to go up to someone and burst them down as quickly as possible. It's a bit of a snowball character, I'd say. Is very dependent on getting a good early lead, and that's exactly what Zed is designed to do. Zed can pretty much get a kill against anyone who overextends once he hits level 2 or level 3. Looks like we are going to be going into the game. Our 3-minute delay is over, and we will be going over to the loading screen. Alright, so you see both of these teams. Again, if you did not catch it, we do have Team Chain Gankers on the blue team, and we do have Team Whole Famiry here on the purple team. I'll read the names off right now. We do have, like I said before, just said before, Team Chain Gankers as the blue team. It's going to be Hugo, top laner Hugo, Hugorman, Degareth, jungler Alex, the Steer, mid laner Julian, Jublo, Boss, ADC Chris, Ponus, Pop, Peck, Graham, and support Griffin, Pitzer, Paisley. For Team Whole Family, we do have, on the purple side, we do have Benj, Spinnaker, Salkind, jungler Alex, Mr. Sir, mid laner Tony, Lofty, Yoon, ADC Keith, Captain Mao, Chia, and support Justin, Mitsugil, and Noye. Alright, hopefully this game is loaded here and it hasn't crashed. Looks like I'm getting a bit of a black screen myself. Nope, never mind. We are here and well. Sorry about that. We do have standard starts as of right now. We will be seeing 2 Spell Thief's Edges coming out for both of their supports. Spell Thief's Edge is pretty interesting considering that both of these supports are taking them. I'd say that Spell Thief's Edge might not be the most gold and cost efficient item for supports that I could take right now. That's also including the coin and the brace, but it still could serve a good purpose, especially for AP support such as Morgana and Nuru. We do see, of course, the typical purple team ward, where purple will come over here to Dragon Pit, toss the ward over to Tribush.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
See a bit of a defensive setup here by blue team, not really pushing out as far as purple team. Looks like it's just going to be a standard start here for both of the sides. And both junglers, of course, going 100 Machete, high 5 health pots. Top laner Jax going Doran's Blade first, and we have Rise going the standard Mana Crystal first. Also see bot lane, similar builds, exactly the same. And for our mid, we do see a longsword for our Zed. Having some pings coming out here for purple team. Purple team, of course, calling out their wards and red position right now. Does look like it's going to be standard start. Evelyn is going to be taking red first. Interesting start by Evelyn, especially because most Evelyns I see will actually opt to go blue buff first, but it's going to be an interesting start for here for our jungler by going the standard blue buff route. Well, 90, I'd say about 60% of junglers will go for first. Up here top, yes, it does look like it's going to be a Rise top versus this Jax, and it is going to be a Vladimir mid lane against the Zed. Vladimir, I think if Lofty were to play it right here, he'd be absolutely fine, just fine fighting against this Zed. Just needs to be very careful and be sure to stand back and avoid his aggression. Out here bot, we're seeing pretty much an even game. We do see Caitlyn getting poked down a bit here. Poke combo is very powerful with the Lucian Q and the Lulu Q. Does provide quite a bit of poke damage here bot lane. We do see our second bus being taken by our jungler Evelyn, clearing it much faster than the Vi actually. Evelyn could be looking for a level 3 gank here top lane. Going straight through the lane. Yes, we do see Vi just take a red buff, so this could be an issue for Rise, especially if Evelyn is able to walk around these bushes and sneak up behind him. But let's see what how this turns out. Again, here bot lane, just massive poke out here from both of these players. Both the ADC and support doing quite a bit of damage to both ADC and support. Oh, and we do see camping Evelyn here. Top lane, this Evelyn could go in any time. I'd assume that she'd want to wait for the Jax to get level 3, but no. He's going for the stun. He's going to get the Q. He's going to get the damage off. Good flash, but a flash right behind him and the Q. It's going to be first blood to the blue team. Coming down here, bot, you see a bit of a turn poke here from the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's going to be zoning them out a bit. Morgana taken very low. Still just poke after poke after poke coming from both of these teams. Teleport being used by Rides to get back top lane, not wanting to miss out on any gold, any experience. I'd say early enough in this game, it's worth it. It's not worth giving up that gold and experience. See bot lane, Lulu getting a bit low here, but so is Caitlyn and Morgana. Both of them quite squishy. We see a bit, looks like a bit of a struggle here from our Jax, however. Jax doesn't look like he's having that much of a good time fighting against the just the range of Rise. This is how to go back. Looks like Evan's going to be covering that lane for him. Come back mid lane, things are looking sort of even. 24 to 22 CS, that's pretty much negligible. The only little difference we see between CS here is our top laners, which is 20 to 11. Still, this could easily just shift in Rise's favor. We see another teleport here, top from our Jax. I'd say a good choice by him, simply because, like I said earlier, it's early in the game, where the cooldown won't really be that much of an importance. You see a gank here from the mid laner, he's only level 5, so no ult, but I think he'll just be fine. Gets a Q, snags the kill. It's gonna W the Morgana Q, but top lane we do see a conversion kill here on the Rise from the Evelynn too. Evelynn doing great work of just staying top, helping the Jax out, and of course, good rotate here by the Vladimir. Seeing that Caitlyn and Morgana were pushed up quite a bit, and they were very low on health, and of course punished accordingly. And now we do see 2-1 in favor of the blue team. We also see about 1k gold lead from blue team. Yeah, that's about right. As for towers, none have been pushed down so far. All the towers are pretty much at full health. First back from the Caitlyn is going to be Vampiric Scepter, two Vampiric Scepters for the bottom laners, giving quite a bit of sustain along with that Dorn's Blade, which actually gives you a decent amount of health per hit. As for the supports, you see Frostfang coming out from the Frostfang, the upgrade to the Spell Thief's Edge, which is what the Morgana currently has. We see Evelynn taking her first back too. Vi has already taken her first back, picked up a Spirit Stone and a Longsword. Looks like to be going the Lizard Elder jungler item. First back from our Evelynn. She does just pick up the Spirit of the Elder Lizard straight up. So it's going to be quite a bit of a issue for people such as Rise or Vi or anyone else, just because of how much chasing potential that gives Evelynn. Along with the chasing potential she already has, of course. You see level 6 here from both our mid laners. Level 6 on Zed is absolutely deadly with that death mark. You see a gank up here top. Good stun onto the Rise, but too little too late as Vi comes in for the conversion kill. Rise just fine. You see mid lane is up. Our Zed is up a level, but he hasn't gone back. He doesn't really have enough tower item just yet. So it looks like of course, Vladimir to back a little bit. Slight CS lead right here for our Zed over our Vladimir, being 61-48. Shouldn't be too much of a difference though, since that Vladimir did, of course, get a kill bot lane. We see Vi covering mid lane. Vi level 5, so no ult just yet. But once that Vi hits level 6, ganks become exponentially better than they were before. Vi taking quite a bit of damage here from the Zed though. The E just shredding down her health. We do see a longsword first on our Jax, and we do see a Tear of the Goddess on the Rise. A bit of poke down here from bot lane. Does look like the Lulu is just gonna heal that off just fine. Zed is gonna be pushing in here, gonna get the death mark on the Vi. Gonna land the E, and that looks like to be a dead Vi. Death mark finishes off. And Zed's sort of caught a no man's land here. He's going to be caught up with the Vladimir and the Lulu, but his team is going to be back there to support him. Vladimir does have his ult up. It's quite scary with his ult. Makes him so much powerful in team fights with that being available for use. No ward here, however, for our Vladimir, so this looks like he's going to be blind from that area, but I think he should be fine. This looks to be a very early dragon take. Level 6 dragon take from the jungler. Took quite a bit of damage from that, but you know, I think at the end it's worth it. But Vladimir's trying to run in here. No boots for either of them, so they're just going off the base move speed. Looks like it's going to be an all calling pop by Lucian. They're just going to be chasing Evelyn there. Vault Breaker coming in. Just going to pick up the kill. So Vladimir lands a Hemo Plague. Is going to be shielded by the Morgana. One more Q shall do it, and yeah, Vladimir does pick up the kill on Caitlyn. Good 2-for-0 exchange there by the purple team. Purple team still is trailing in gold though, however, especially with that blue team dragon pickup. This could be, however, equalized if the purple team were to push this bot tower down, and looks like this is what they're going to be getting. Former is the purple team down here bot. Top lane, not much more interesting happening. We see boots finally on our jungler, and we still see Spirit of the Lizard Elder on the Vi. All three of these purple team members are going to be backing. Let's see what they'll be buying. Slicing up for the support, and for the AD carry, looks like we have AD carry not going to buy anything. Never mind. PF Sword looks like he's going to be going Bloodthirster first instead of the typical Trinity Force we sometimes see out of Lucians. We also see Bilgewater Cutlass here on the Zed. Oh, but top lane is going to go in. One more EW should do it, and he is going to Leaf Strike out of there. It's actually going to survive. Merely with 653 health there at the very end. By coming in here, going at the Pink Ward, sadly that Pink Ward is not going to let her go pick off that Jax. Alright, so we do see a Brutalizer on the set. Nuclear Large Rod on the Vladimir. Vladimir looks like he's going to be going for the Zhonya's, where Zhonya is quite a bit powerful on the mid laner here, especially because that Zed is almost pure AP. Actually, I'm pretty sure he is. He has absolutely no AP scaling or magic damage to him whatsoever, if I recall. Never mind though. You see, this looks like the Evelyn's going to be caught out. Vi ult being used to pin that Evelyn down. Vladimir coming in for the easy finish, and Vladimir is going to have blue buff.
Shut down.
Oh, we do see a actually we do see a death mark coming down here for our Zed player. Does pick off the Vladimir in the end. Top lane we do see looks like to be engaged here. Good leap strike over the Vault Breaker out of safety for the Jax. Quite an impressive play there. As for bot lane, we do see CS being equal. Mid lane, slightly swinging in the blue team's favor, but the purple team still is ahead in towers. Sadly, their gold is not matching up with their performance. They're about 500 gold behind as of right now. You see an Evelyn gank coming in from behind. No pink wards here for the purple team just yet. This could be quite devastating, but this could easily turn just because of how much poke and damage these two have. Now they'll be going for the support. That's the on both of them. Tries to get the Q and lands it. Impressive job there. The Morgana, when you're taking some damage, pops her ult, but it's going to ultimately go down to the Lucian. Good thing we do have the blue transfer over to Zed. Both monoliths, not going to be that much of a difference except for cooldowns, which both of these do rely on quite a bit actually. After the failed gank, we do see our Evelyn sort of returning. Top lane, Ryze is going to be down again, taken out by the Jax, of course. Looks like this could be a tower for blue team. Never mind, there's going to be a teleport in, and Vi's going to be coming in. Vi does not have her ult set, so that's pretty much going to be it. Could flash in for the W, but at that point I'd say it's a bit too risky. Looking at the items, we do see our Lucian finishing his Bloodthirster. We see our Caitlyn going for what seems to be an Infinity Edge first, but is going to be getting that Vampiric Scepter for the early sustain. No word being scattered out here for the Vi. Vi's going to be jumping in. Vi does have her ult now. And yes, good ult. He probably should have saved that flash for the ult, but of course that Rise right there, tons of burst damage, didn't even use his ult, stacking his tier up quite a bit at 133 mana. Mid lane here, we still don't see a completed Zhonya's for our Vladimir. Could be a bit of an issue, especially because of how low he's been getting in these fast team fights with the spell vamp as of right now. You see Rise sort of doing a bit of poke damage here to the Evelyn. Not much though. Bot lane seems to be going slow early. He's going to be coming to Lucian. Lucian is going to be taking the Morgana down. A lot more Q should do it. Yes, it will. Zed going to be coming down for the potential rotate. Looks like he's just going to be retreating mid lane. As for our Jack's top lane, this is going to be a Blade of the Ruined King first, as it seems, or it could be a hybrid-ish build, but that could be a bit of an issue, especially because there are very, very few tanks here on the blue side. Pings on Dragon coming down here for the purple team. Purple team does look like they're going to be taking a Dragon. Dragon Orb does find a ward, but it doesn't look like blue team's going to be able to do much of it. The only issue is mid lane is still uncontested, as Vladimir did go back to buy Zhonya's. Zhonya's and Stork Shoes now up for the Vlad. Fi sitting here, pretty good position, watching over Dragon. Their team could take it now. The only thing is there is gonna be another blue team ward here in Dragon Pit. They'll easily be spotted once they start taking it. You see a bit of a gank here from this Evelyn. Looks like the Evelyn isn't going to be engaging, however. So it's a bit too far away, but he does have his ult at level 2. You see a bit of a top lane engage. Ult popped by the Jax. Not much coming down with the, of course, Rise's very, very good lockdown of his W. You see a back from the ADC and support of the purple team. You do see some pings out here from the bush. Looks like Evelyn might be trying to go for a game at the library. Nope, decides to go back, maybe potentially take her blue, I'd assume. Here top lane, it's sort of an even game here. I'd say, although CS has been quite good for the Rise, considering he has 4 deaths. It's a bit of a problem, especially since he's died for a total of 4 times. Looks like bot lane here going to be a bit of free farm for our Caitlyn. Both the Lucian and the Lulu are going to be there pretty soon. Turret's going to take no damage, however. We're still 1-0 for turrets in favor of the purple team. Purple team just barely leading a goal. It's almost insignificant to call it a lead, but they're still up by about 100 gold. If Evelyn here was waiting in the tri-bush trying to see if they could do anything, Evelyn could do anything, but looks like they can't. Jax looks to go back right now, buy some important item. No, he's gonna teleport in. He's gonna teleport into the ward, and is too little, too late for the Dragon skill. Could potentially get the buy, but no, instead gonna get ulted, and good pick off by the Lucian right there. Good call by the Vi to immediately ult the Jax as soon as he comes into view as well. Looks like purple team going to be on the retreat a little, so is blue team. Blue team not really wanting to take a fight, especially with that Vladimir ult being up. Vladimir ult, of course, being probably one of the best team fight damage sources in the game. Top tower is going to be pushed a little by this Rise. Could possibly take it, but looks like Rise is going to just back off. Zed and Evelyn are going to be on the move, trying to intercept him. Looks like they're not going to make it in time. But the lucky Shuriken doesn't toss it out. Do see a Frozen Heart first on the Rise. Frozen Heart gives him quite a bit of mana. Mana is definitely what Rise needs in order to be effective, especially since the armor will really help against people such as Caitlyn, Zed, and Jax. Top lane here is getting pushed down by the minions, though. Going down to 500 health here in top lane. Bot lane looks like Caitlyn and Morgana are going to be going back, looking to pick up their Infinity Edge. Do see a Trinity Force coming out of the Lucian, though. Trinity Force being quite powerful, I'd say. A lot of spammable abilities, lots, and especially on the double, sort of the double auto attack of his passive, helps him out quite a bit in the damage department. Zed mid lane is opting to go for the last whisper before he goes for the sorry, Blade of the Ruined King. Gives him quite a bit of armor penetration, especially against the I'm sorry, Vladimir, who right now has 120 armor. It's, more armor than his teammates, which is sort of funny considering he's a mid laner. Sonya's Argos quite powerful on the on Vladimir. Vladimir probably one of the tankiest casters in the game, along with Ryze here top lane as well. Jax here being taken a little low. Looks like Jax is going to be forced to go back. Bit of a mid siege here by Purple Team. Purple Team has superior poke. We'll be sort of poking down the turret from here. A lot of pings coming down here from the top laner for whole Famiry. Lane's going to get pushed down a bit. Looks like this is going to be a turret for the Purple Team. We do see a gank though from our Evelynn. Looks like they're going to be giving up the turret, but that Ryze looks as good as dead right now. Siege still going on mid lane. Vi looking in for an engage, doesn't get it. Evelynn's going to be pinged out. Evelynn's obviously going to be quite a threat to the team if they stay here. Vladimir going to go down to finish off the farm. Looks like Vladimir's going to be returning to mid lane very shortly. Cute misses from Morgana. Nothing to go in on for the Evelynn. Oh, but the great catch out by the Vi. Very out of position Caitlyn is absolutely punished by that Vi ult.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Blue team converting a turret top lane. Jax needs to go down and try to make a play down here mid lane. Mid lane does look like it's going to be sieged here by Purple team, as Blue team is going to back off of it. It's now 3-1 in favor of Purple team. Purple team up by 2,000 gold. As for the blue team right now, we do see Bloodthirster first on Caitlyn actually keeping that pickaxe in her inventory, and of course still no Blade of the Ruined King here for the Zed, which is typically the first item that any and all Zeds get. Down here bot, we still see a Frostfang on the Morgana, and the fully upgraded Frost King's Claim on the Lulu. Top lane, Ryze does look like he wants to push down this lane a bit. Mid lane, we do see a push here from the Jax, and bot lane, of course, we do see a push here from the blue team AD carry and support. Support for purple team nowhere in sight. Support all the way there mid lane. Lucian looks like he's trying to try to hold this off on his own. Dashes out of the Morgana W. It saves him quite a bit of damage, although he walks right back into it. Purple team looks like he's going for the wraparound rotate here. Try to pick off some of the blue team players here that are lingering down bot. No turret up for them. This is going to be quite annoying. It's going to be sorted out by the ward though. Vi does have her ult, so Vi's ult could easily be able to dash in. Oh, but the clutch Morgana Q saves. Could potentially save this Caitlyn. Ace in the hole, taking Lucian down to less than 30 health. Quite impressive by there. Counter gank comes in by Evelynn. Evelynn gonna be coming in. Morgana, great ult by her. Here comes Evelynn ult. Evelynn being quite tanky. It's not look like he's gonna be taking the Vi, but Jax teleports in from mid lane, tries to secure the kill, but Vladimir looks like he's going to be staying here. Jax looks like he's going to be overextending. Gets the Q, gets the W. This looks like he's going to be being on the Vi. Vi might go down here. Vi does go down. Looks like Vladimir on better card too. Good Zhonya's, but doesn't look like it's going to be doing much. It's going to go down anyway. That does look like to be a 3-for-0 exchange in favor of the blue team. Blue team bringing the gold lead back up to almost even, as of right now. Top lane, it's going to be a Ryze out of mana, something you really don't want to see out of a Ryze. It's a bit of an issue. We see mid lane, good ult by the Zed, W's in, gets a final
Team's
kill
turret
on
has
Lucian.
been destroyed.
There's going to be 3 down here for our
Blue team has slain the
purple
dragon.
team. And including a dragon here from our blue team is now 11-11. And the blue team is now ahead in gold despite being down 2-3 in turrets. You see backs from pretty much everyone on the map right now. You see Riley's Crystal Scepter for Evelyn. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a hybrid build, getting Spirit of the Elder Lizard and Riley's Crystal Scepter. Not only is it going to be quite a bit of damage and chase potential from that Elder Lizard, but quite a bit of magic damage and tankiness from that Riley's. Vi opting to go for a Trinity Force. Interesting pickup for the jungle Vi. Vi's aren't usually seen as wants to benefit much from Trinity Force, but let's see what this Vi can make do with it. You'll also see what looks to be a Trinity Force in the makings for our Lucian. That's going to up his damage quite a bit. Avarice Blade coming up here for our Caitlyn. Looks like to be something that made out of the Avarice Blade. Sorry, I haven't been playing this game much lately. Forgetting everything. But it could be, I'm assuming that would be a static shiv. Don't quote me on that though. Purple is going to be cleared out. Bot lane, we do see the Vi coming in. Quite a bit of damage from the Trinity Force though. Quite surprising. Takes on the Evelyn, the Caitlyn, and looks like they're going to be able to siege this bot tower down a bit. You see another kill, top lane here, solo kill by the Jax. Jax looks like he's going to be following the tank route from now on. So, team designated tank. After he gets that initial good amount of damage from the Blade of the Ruined King. Botcher is going to be sieged a little. Looks like it's going to be a... Yes, Botcher is going to go down. 3 to 4 turrets now in favor of purple team. Purple team, however, still trailing in gold. Well, just barely by about 200 gold as of right now. You see Lulu going to be going back. Lulu picking up a Chalice of Harmony, giving her quite a bit of magic regen. You also see what looks to be like a Trinity Force pick up by the Lucian. Yes, Lucian does pick up the Trinity Force. Going to be dashing right back out into lane without even waiting for his Mono to come back. Jack's being a bit scared here. Rule of thumb in almost any MOBA is to never cross the river or whatever divides the map in half alone. Good call here by the Jax, especially because there's a bit of he'd be in a bit of trouble if that Lucian and Lulu and Ryze were to all flank him at once. As for CS counts in this game, pretty even top lane, even jungle, and a bit in blue side for the Zed. Zed looks like he's doing quite well, 4-0, 273 farm. Blade of the Ruined King finally being picked up and is building a Hex Drinker. I'd assume that's probably going to be upgraded to a Maul Mount Warriors in the near future. Rod of Ages being picked up here by the Ryze top lane. Still no upgraded boots, so he's gonna have a bit of trouble catching up to people. It's like that's his only issue as of right now. Jack's picking up Banshee's Veil. Banshee's Veil quite helpful against these players here on blue team who have spells that absolutely wreck in team fights, such as Lucian's R, Vladimir's ult, and Vi's ult as well. All 3 of them being very powerful. Looks like it's going to be engaged, but Jack's actually the death mark here from the Zed just deletes that Lucian. Looks like it's going to be a chase here. Morgana lands a cube. Good Zonias. Quick engage by the Vine. It's going to get Hemo Plague on everyone, but too little too late. Looks like purple team gonna take a 1-for-3 trade there. Not good for them at all. Quite a bit of damage coming out here for our Zed player. Zed being able to completely destroy Lucian in a matter of seconds if you're there in that team fight. You do see kills going into blue team's favor now. Bit of a lead established for them as well, over 1,000 gold. And purple team is going to in fact lose a turret here in this push. Looks like blue team is going to be able to get much more out of it. Lucian is up, and Vladimir and Vi are going to be up in a very few seconds. Good dodge on the Q by both of these players. Looks like Jack's going to be in a bit of trouble if they were to check red now, but does look like he's going to be able to take it uncontested. Oh, but Vi coming in here, it's going to see the creeps leave, so it's going to automatically assume Jax is in this general direction. Jax is going to be caught out by everyone. And it looks like Lucian's going to be picking up the kill. Lucian with fully completed Trinity Force and Blood Twister, and they waste absolutely no time. They're going straight for Baron. This could be a bit iffy, especially because Caitlyn is running straight towards Baron pit right now, as it seems. Looks like they are going to be able to pull it off, though, despite them being only levels 13 and 14. Yes, this is going to be a Baron take for Purple Team. Did it quite quickly, did it quite unexpectedly too, sort of caught the Blue Team out. Flash burned by the Evelyn, getting taken out by that one Vladimir Q, doing quite a bit of damage there with his Dalbus Scepter and Hex of Revolver being complete. Blue Team actually sort of faltered there. Gold lead swings back into Purple Team's favor. It's currently 4-4 tied in turrets, and virtually tied in kills as well. Oh, but Caitlyn gonna get caught out too. Good E to sort of avoid that Rise W. Vladimir getting caught out a little, he should be perfectly fine. Does not have, actually, yes, he does have Hemoplague up. Hemoplague can do quite a bit of teamfight damage if and when they choose to fight. Like it's going to be back here from the Purple Team, however. Not going to be able to accomplish much more as in the position that they're in right now. Interesting choices made here by the Caitlyn. Caitlyn did opt to go for the Adverse Blade, but did not upgrade that into anything, just keeping it as an Adverse Blade for the extra gold, and it's going Infinity Edge instead. Blue Team taking Dragon, not nearly as important as Baron, but Dragon still will help them in the slightest, and Blue Team at this point can take every little advantage they can get, especially because these teams are just so evenly matched right now. Blue Team on a bit of a retreat here. They do catch the Lulu out on both of these wards. Lulu going to ward Dragon again. Does notice that it has been taken. So Vi going to be back up here. Blue buff on Vi. It should be quite a bit of mana up there. You also see Rise with fully upgrades here. Embrace is going to add up to a total of over 3,000 mana. Going to quite useful there on that Rise, especially considering that his ratios do scale off of his maximum mana. Vi coming in, Vi getting a catch on Zed. There's the ult, and that looks to be a kill. Good catch by Purple Team. Zed completely off guard there. This does look like to be going to be another push here from Purple Team. They're looking to take the turret and the inhibitor right now. They don't really want to be wasting that much more time with their Baron buff. Baron buff is a little more than halfway through being done, so they really make the most out of their advantage right here. Q lands on the Rise. Rise being pushed back a little. Lucian taking a few tower shots is also forced back as well. Jack's getting quite tanky now. Jack's getting Warden's Mail and a Giant's Belt. That's probably going to lead into the random zone one. Quite a good tank item for any champion in this game. Looks like this is going to be a full-on siege by the Purple Team. Purple Team's going to be pushing up. They're currently down their Zed, which is one of their biggest damage sources as of right now. Being able to burst down almost all the squishy targets here on the purple side. Purple Team on a full retreat. Does look like they are not going to be doing anything else with their Baron buff, so they're just going to back up, play it safe, probably buy some items. Looks like Lucian going to be taking his opportunity to buy Infinity Edge right now. And we do see our Caitlyn finally purchasing that static ship. Adverse Blade doesn't really do much for stats. Might be worth the gold, especially since she's had it for that long. But good pickup by her. Random Zone fully completed by our Jax. And Random Zone was also completed for the Vi. Full retreat here from Purple Team. Blue Team's not going to be able to do much. Blue Team's sort of being pushed back into their corner here. Can't really push out at this moment just because of how much of a team fight potential Purple Team has in general. Level 3 Hamel Plague with now a Rabadon's Death Cap, 558 ability power on that Vladimir. That's going to be doing a lot. As for our ult, we do see everyone's ult on purple team up. But we do also see every single ult up for blue team as well. So this could be quite an interesting engage here in middle lane. Assuming they want to. Teleport is up on the Rise and on the Jack, so if they were to plop down Ward anywhere, they could pretty much teleport in at free will. Looks like Rise is just going to be making his way over here on foot. Mercury Shed's picked up on him. He does also have a lot of babies. His stacked over 3,000 mana. Back here on the blue side of things, we trying to counter push this as much as they can. Purple team looks like they're going to split up. They're going to start pushing other lanes. Blue team, however, looks like they're just going to be hanging around here mid lane. Lucian going to go bot, going to farm up a bit. Still no Infinity Edge for him, and still has the Spectre Scowl. Sorry about that. Both teams virtually at full health, so this next engage could pretty much decide the game, especially considering that all their ults are up and they pretty much are at equal footing because of how little of a lead either team has. Less than actually 1,000 gold separates the two teams, so whatever the next engagement is will pretty much decide it. Both of these teams have been equal throughout the entire game. No real advantage has really gone over to either side, except for that one Baron buff by Purple, and that led to all of these turrets being taken down. They're all down to their last tier, second to last tier of turrets, and of course their inhibitors are up as well. Vladimir seems to be going back. Will he pick up another AP item to replace that Thorn Shield, or will he go more of a tanky route? It does look like he's going to be going more of a tanky route, picking up that Chain Vest, giving him even more armor than he had. 179 armor up here for the Vladimir, and quite tanky as well. Static Shiv doing quite an impressive crit here on the Lucian, doing about an eighth of his health. Rise continuously split pushing top lane, of course, and a couple of pings down here, clearing out jungle creeps. Doesn't look like it's the optimal thing to do here, especially since the entire purple team is up here mid lane. Double Blast here for our Zed. It's going to be quite powerful with him, especially with those bits of ability to pretty much engage and disengage wherever he pleases. He's going to go in with the Shadow. Is going to sort of burn it there. If purple team were to go in, he would have another Shadow to throw down besides of his ult. This looks like purple is going to be rotating towards Dragon. Purple team sort of boxing blue team out, not really letting them cross their own river at this point. They do get caught out of ward, however. Well-placed ward here does catch all of them. Oh, Vi going in on the Zed though. Bit of a miscommunication on our team, as we did see the rest of the purple team sort of stand back a little bit. We see a kill on the Zed by the Vi. Quite a bit of damage here coming out for the purple team. And it does look like it's a 1-for-0 trade so far. Purple team looks like they do take the advantage back in their favor. No minions though to continuously be pushing this, but they could easily just transition to bot or top lane as they please. Looks like they're just going to be sitting here. Wards being cleared by both sides. Q lands, no follow up by blue team. Looks like there's going to be a charge Q by the Vi, not much getting accomplished right there. And they do look to be taking Dragon yet again. Zed is down for another 25 seconds. It's completely doable for our purple team here. Thornmail coming up for Vi though. Interesting pick. Lots of armor. Can really counter that Zed and that Caitlyn. Will do quite a bit of damage back actually. It's very annoying, especially since Vi is definitely one of those tanks that you really need to eliminate before she gets her ult off. Here comes the engage here by the Vladimir, getting his Hemo Plague off, doing as many E's as he can, and the Hemo Plague getting a double kill. Vi ult coming in, gonna finish off the Jax. Evelyn's gonna get out of there sort of scot-free, but at what cost? It is a 3-for-0 exchange for purple team with blue buff now. So they're just gonna be taking this turret, gonna be taking it straight up. And minions bot lane, just going to be clearing out this turret as well. Turret's going to be going down, inhibitor's going to be down, and they look to be taking bot lane right now. So it looks like there's going to be 2 inhibitors down for blue team. That's going to be quite a bit of an issue now that there are going to be 2 lanes of super creeps coming up for them. Top lane we just see blue pushing back a bit, but this turret should be able to handle it just fine. Blue team looks to be ending it right now actually. Going for both of the Nexus turrets. They have about 15 seconds left before they have a full team, and they do look like they're going to be ending it right here. And that looks to be it. Good game called by both sides. It does look like Whole Family is going to be taking the game over Team Chain Gankers. Good game to both.